Hello, how's it going? Today's video, we're talking about TSYY. We're also talking about TSLL just a little bit, but I had like 3 or 4 comments in yesterday's video saying that they're switching from ULTY to TSYY. And today I want to talk about that a little bit. I've thought about it, I've heard about it a lot, and I thought, wow, this thing must be really good. If everybody's switching over to TSYY. So I went and did some research this morning. And feel free to correct me all you want in the comments below. But I've just had limited research on this morning, probably the last half an hour. I've been checking it out just to see, what you're getting into. And I've come up with my own conclusion on it, if it would be viable for me to switch over or not. Full transparency, I'm not in this at all. Today was the first day I looked at it, and but I do enjoy Tesla as a stock. I feel like it has a lot of room to grow, that's for sure. With autonomous cabs, robots, solar, battery banks, power walls, all of this good stuff, right? I didn't even mention the cars in that whole statement, but everything else is just with the potential of booming there, right? So I do believe in Tesla itself, but this video I want to talk about specifically TSYY because of the comments in the previous video, and see if it's a good investment or not. So if you enjoyed that kind of content, I hope you hit the like, the subscribe. And again, my name is Mike. The channel's name is Health and Wealth. Thanks so much for tuning in today. So first thing I did here is I looked up, I went to GraniteShares website. This is the company that has TSYY. And it took me a long time to kind of figure out what they're doing over there. So the TSYY is designed to generate income through option strategy. And here's what they do, primarily by selling put options. So they're selling the downside of something, right? And so on leveraged ETFs that track 2x long Tesla daily. So they're not even writing puts on Tesla. They're writing the puts on a leverage fund. And that leverage fund is TSLL. How did I find that? Well, I went and did some digging. So here we are. They say their distribution rate is 135%. That's the big flashy number to get your attention and get you investing in their fund. But that's not necessarily your total return because, their share price, they hope the share price goes up, but share price depreciation there as well. Some people call it NAV decay. I just call it share price depreciation because, it's a sensitive subject out there in the world. And again, the fund's primary investment objective is to seek current income, right? So they want to make you money today. They want to pay out a distribution to you every so often. We'll talk about how often they do pay out. Their second investment objective is to seek exposure to the performance of the more exchange-traded fund, ETF, whose shares trade on a U.S. regulated securities exchange and that seek daily leverage investment results of 2 times, so 200%, the daily percentage of the common stock of Tesla. So they're really trying to get you income from this TSLL, but they're also trying to make a living for you on there too with their share price is their secondary focus. So okay, let's take a look. Distribution frequency is now weekly. This changed on June 9th this year. Prior to that, it was monthly. Their latest distribution was 20 cents. You can actually see it right at the bottom of my screen. I'm highlighting it right now. And that was on October 24th, so a couple of days ago. Next distribution will be on Halloween, so Friday, October 31st. So let's take a look at some of the distributions here. We're hovering around that 20 to 22 cent mark, but I've noticed that the number for the last 2 weeks is down. And before that, they were right around 21, 22 cents. And you can kind of see a trend here. Follow my mouse. 22, 23. Then there's some 25s in here in July. 24, 25, 29. You see what I'm saying here? So these distributions are going down. And then prior to that was the every 4 weeks or once a month they were paying out before that. And this fund's just been out since December of last year, so it's not even a year old yet. And so here's the TSYY stock or ETF share price right now. You can see it's dramatically dropped here. One of the things I keep saying is every time you find a fund that is trying to find the negative of a fund, they have a really hard time with their share price. If you look at, all of the yield max stuff, dips, crash, salty, what else is out there? YQQQ, all of them have negative share price. And so this one is no different. In fact, it's pretty ugly, that's for sure. Back here, February 20th, the whole economy went down. So I don't necessarily blame them on that one, but that's when Elon and the president were fighting right around that era. What I like to do is I've been kind of doing April 4th for all of my videos and on, because that was like the peak low in the market, and then the market kind of took off after April 4th to now. So they're from April 4th to now, their share price is down 50%. Sorry, that's a lie. 40%. I saw the 5 there. 40% in that period of time. So that's not good for share price, right? That's most likely why they made the change in June. So that was June the 9th they made that change. Let's go from June 9th till now. They're down 29% in share price. Now, we have had a bull market all summer long, and they are trying to battle the bulls by writing puts on TSLL. And so it hasn't worked out in terms of share price, but it has done well in terms of paying you a weekly distribution, which is their main goal. Now, if it's me, I'm an investor. My main goal is to make money. And income is good, but if my share price drops 29% since they made this change, I'm not super pleased with that at all. Let's take a look at TSLL. Now, this is the 2X, right? So they're trying to win with Tesla. They're the two-time fund for a two-time fund for Tesla. In the last 1 year here, actually, I probably shouldn't do a year. When did it came out? In December 24th, I think it was. This GraniteShares. So let's go December. Look at that, like right as they're peaking here. So this one is down 38% since that huge peak here in December. Okay, cool. So that's down as well in share price. But over the last let's go April 4th till now, it's up 146%. So it's hard to fight or battle against or write puts against this when it's up 146%. Let's go June 9th now to now is up 70%. Okay. Right on. Awesome. So then I went ahead and I went diving deeper into their fact sheets over at TSYY. I know it's a little confusing with TSYY and TSLL, but TSYY is the GraniteShares fund that is writing puts on TSLL. We'll be okay. We'll get through it. And you can see there's since inception. I mean, that's not necessarily true right here. They're negative. They're definitely negative. That's for sure. I went through a lot of their prospectus. It's kind of the same old with all of the different companies out there. Remember, their main goal is to make you income. So they are doing that by providing these distributions, right? You put your $10,000 hypothetical into the fund, you are getting income every single week. But then I went ahead over to dividendchannel.com. I typed in TSYY in here. And I wanted to take a look at how much is generated. We're going to come back to that in a second. I think that will be interesting for you to see. I also opened up on TSYY's webpage their current strategy or their current puts out there. And man, I did this first and I was like, is it all puts? And that's what it is. It's all puts on TSLL. Okay, so there's TSLL sitting right there. And then there's their puts, right? And so it is somewhat confusing, but once you know all they do is puts, then it becomes a little clearer for you. And really, they're banking on TSLL not doing very well. But TSLL is a two-time leverage fund, so they go ahead and generate income from that, right? So they're writing their puts. Again, remember, all of these companies that are doing puts on companies, or all these funds that are doing puts on companies, are generating income, okay, but they're failing in share price. Not okay. Not just failing in share price, but like dramatically failing in share price. So this is their current in market plays right now. So again, I went to dividendchannel.com, typed in TSYY up top here, and it brought up, and I put $10,000, hypothetical, not real money. I'm definitely not putting my money into this, but I went ahead and put $10,000 in there for the since its inception to see what its total return is. And this incorporates all of the distributions you received. It incorporates the share price and everything in it. And, you're hoping you've made money. That's for sure, right? But let's see what happened here. There we go. That's the graph. December 18th, it came out. This is ending October 24th. And what we're talking about is if you dripped your shares on the top chart up here. So you started with 412 shares. So if you put $10,000 into its original share price of $24.26, I'm gathering it's probably around 20 or 25 maybe, give or take a few shares there. Well, right now you would have a lot more shares, 1,187, and you would have reinvested $12.73 into this. Okay, you know what? If you think about it, right? If it was $24, you've received half of that back already. Okay, that's cool, I suppose. But then you just reinvested it back in. Your total return is down 9.78%. Not good at all. So you started with $10,000. Everything was looking good at the very beginning because they had that peak there, right? But ever since then, you're down almost $1,000 in your investment here. Now, if you decided not to drip, you would be down even further. You would be down like $1,700 in that period of time. I want to change it up a little bit, though. I want to be fair, right? So I want to go to April the 4th. Let's see here, 2025, right? That was the peak low on the market. Let's open it up now. This is April the 4th, okay? So huge change, isn't it, right? So if you had invested right off the hop, you'd be down. But if you started on April the 4th and worked your way now, look at the huge difference here, everybody. This is probably why some of you are saying, wow, that's the reason I want TSYY. Your total return, you're up $3,157 if you dripped it. And if you didn't drip, you're still up $2,000. Pretty good, for sure. Pretty good, for sure. And I want to do one more. I want to go June the 9th because that's when they decided to switch from a monthly fund over to a weekly paying fund. And pretty darn good, right? So June 9th till now, you're up to $2,100 if you drip your shares. If you don't, you just take the cash and put it into whatever you want. You go buy buttons and stamps. You're up $1,518. So a pretty dramatic change. And you know what? Yesterday in our WPay video, we really talked about how buying into the fund maybe a few months in might be a good idea because they always come out hot. They always come out trying to pay you a lot of money, but then they calm down and realize what they can actually pay you. So maybe that is something that happened with this fund. Now, for me, it's still not something I'm interested in. I mean, let's take a look. September till now, right? We're down 4.8%. In share price, but you are still getting a distribution. Yeah, it's just not something that I want in my life. I already have my focuses of what I'm investing in, but maybe this helps you guide you towards something that you may want to buy. Could be on your radar. Could be something that you want to investigate even further than what I did today. Could help you. And I'm just here to kind of share different things that people are talking about. Your job is to take it even further and investigate even further if this is something that you would want to invest in or not. Could it help you get towards whatever your goal is? For me, it's not going to help me get to my goal. I try not to invest in anything that's just puts, because they all struggle with share price. That's what I've noticed so far. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it maybe brought a little bit of entertainment to your life, and I hope that it educated you just a slight amount on the fund itself. Let's do a little clarification. When it first came out till now, terrible returns. But if you picked it right at the bottom of the market, April 4th till now, great returns. June 9th, when they made that switch, really good returns as well. Can it keep that up? We'll see. We'll see. But that's the video for today. If you enjoyed this content, yesterday I made a WPay video, Alti moving over to WPay. I also did a YouTube live over here. Check out both of these, and be sure to leave a comment, hit the like, and subscribe. My name is Mike. Channel's name is Health and Wealth. Have a great day.